Here we go. All right, well, welcome everybody. It's Monday Night Live, and we're here to have a detox Q&A, a natural healing Q&A. We're talking about regenerative detoxification. And there is only really one, I guess you call it a disease, I guess, but there's only really one cause of man's suffering, and that is a dirty sewer system, a clogged lymphatic system. And it is causing acids to build up in the body and destroying tissues all through it. And when you grasp this simple information and understand it just a little bit, the whole thing opens up for you. And you realize that putting in the right chemistry in the body helps the lymphatic system, the sewer system, to open up and flow freely again. And that food is mostly fruits, raw living foods, mostly fruits and some vegetables. And that's really the whole so-called secret to the whole thing. And we do use some herbs to help kickstart things and get things moving in certain areas. But basically, if you go back to a raw living food diet of mostly fruit, your whole life's going to change. The pain is going to leave your body. These so-called diseases are going to disappear over time. And you will reach heights of wellness that you probably haven't experienced in quite a long time. So that's my message, and that's the simplicity of it, and that's why we're here, is to just kind of navigate and answer questions and learn as we go, and kind of co-learn and co-refine this message. And so I hope everybody's having a great summer. It's a lot of fruit out there, a lot of great melons. I hit another big watermelon binge and kicked up some more stuff in my chest. I can't believe it. That was only a couple weeks ago that I did that. And I ate almost a whole watermelon again and kicked it up again. So obviously I still have some chest issues that I need to work through. And I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, are you ever fully detoxed? Or do we just keep reaching new levels of detoxification? I don't know. But a little bit of phlegm coming up in my from my lungs. I did have asthma as a kid. I was on an inhaler. But I thought I was well past that. But obviously, these things can linger. They can be deeply buried in the body. And I'm probably just doing some really deep cleaning. And no big deal. Just ride it through. And that's it. So anyways, hope you guys are getting your hands on some great fruit, and that you're having a great summer and enjoying things. And I wanted to go over a couple of notes that I had made. This tennis player, Serena Williams, I understand is a vegan, and she's also a raw vegan from what I hear during training. And she loves fruit. She's high fruit. So this is a world-class athlete, the top of world-class athletes. So this is a great plus, especially for all the people that really doubt, fruit and its nutritional values, its energetics, its ability to power you. There's also on my website, there is a vegan bodybuilder, and his name is Robert Cheek. And Robert Cheek loves fruit, and he does not supplement any protein powders anymore. And if you go to my website and listen to him, he talks a lot like Dr. Morse. He's not a big fan of protein, and he thinks that we get all the protein we need and then some. So it's a really interesting video to watch. You can see how big his arms are. This guy is not hurting whatsoever. So I think you guys will enjoy that. Also, there's a study out that I just posted on my website from the University of Warwick. It's a research paper saying that fruit makes you happier. So this is great news. So fruit has so many benefits. Of course, nutritionally and neurologically, and now, with our mood. So that's wonderful. And so, yeah, it's great to know, and I always talk about those marathon runners, the two, they're over 70 now, but they ran 10,000 miles, 360 consecutive marathons around Australia. So this is pretty amazing. Don't fear the fruit. Fruit is what's for dinner, what's for lunch, what's for breakfast, whatever you want. It is a meal. It's not just a snack. So that's part of the message as well. Pardon me. I got a little bit of mint tea here. So anyway, so we have lots of questions that have come up here, and I think maybe I'll start diving into some of these here. Raw for Steve is online right now. Wanted to say hi, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Yep, everything's great. Been busy. with my folks in Texas for months on day 26 of a fruit juice fast. That's wonderful. Feeling pretty good, my friend. Getting better. Woohoo. So that's great. Raw for Steve. This is wonderful news. Raw for Steve. Yeah, we haven't heard from you in a while, Steve. So thank you for chiming in. Really appreciate it. And good luck on that. And 26 days of a fruit juice fast. That's just awesome. Yeah, you can go quite a long time on these juice fasts. You do have to get your calories. So I mean, if you're active and all that, that is a concern. So make sure you're getting enough calories and not, depleting yourself in that respect. But there's plenty of calories in fruit if you choose the right one. So avocados are very, very high in calories, in dates and things like that. So there are some super dense raw foods, raisins, things like that. So you can sprout some nuts, have a few nuts, things like that. So yeah, more of your fatty fruits definitely. So yeah, keep the weight up and stay on that fruit juice fast, Steve. That's awesome. We had a question come in. Hold on here. Thanks for the great video. How can you tell the difference between orange signifying sulfur or orange signifying pancreas? Well, the orange that signifies sulfur is right around the pupil of the eye, in the stomach and the bowel area mostly. So that's one way to tell. I'm not sure about orange as a pancreas sign myself, but you can spot it. I mean, I'll walk up to people and I'll look in their eyes, as I'm meeting them, and I actually instinctually go and look. I look for sulfur, I look for nerve rings, I look for the amount of lymph, I look on the outside of the iris for skin rings and all that. As you guys start to learn iridology, you'll probably do the same thing. I have a bunch of free lessons up on my YouTube site on how to read the eyes. So this is free for everybody to learn this. It's simple, it's great, but yeah, at parties you might be a little bit annoying staring into people's eyes. So it becomes a habit actually. But yeah, the eyes tell a lot about a person's health, and I think we all, even if we don't know iridology, we all kind of look at people's eyes as a sign of health. And we're always at least I'm always so excited to see somebody with really bright eyes and glassy, watery, bright eyes. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to possess. And it doesn't matter the color. You can see the sparkle in the eyes. So that shows a healthy lymphatic system. Because when you're acidic, the eyes really show it. They get kind of dull and they get reddish and all that. So it's fantastic to see bright eyes like that. There was another question that I wanted to get to here. There have been many reports where people fasted at professional fasting clinics and have died. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I know that Lauren Lockman down in Costa Rica won't take people that don't meet his fitness requirements. You can't be completely depleted. You have to have a certain weight on you, things like that. So he goes and puts you through kind of a rigorous test. I don't know about all the clinics. Hopefully they're doing that. That's you got to vet the people. Not everybody can do these extended fasts. So be careful with that. Okay. Also, fasting would work better if the person has weight to lose. Yeah, naturally, you have some stored up stuff. Absolutely. If they're just skin and bones, this will cause many issues and can take a long time to recover or cause permanent damage. Yeah, absolutely. So is there an alternative way besides starvation or fasting? Well, we we do the highest level that I go to and Dr. Morse goes to is the mono fruit fast, which is the 100% grape fast, grapes and lemons combined, a lemonade fast, things like that, watermelon fast. But we don't go to the dry fast or the water fasting. So yeah, when you're doing a grape fast, you're getting high nutrition. So you don't have to worry about that. You're gonna, as long as you're taking in the calories and all that. So that's what's good about it. I do believe that a dry fast is going to be probably your most powerful fast as far as really digging deep. But yeah, I just don't do it. I know we're starting to shift into 2-3 day dry fasts to get kidney filtration going. The kidneys are the doorway out for the lymphatic system or your sewer system where all the toxins and acids build up. So we want to get those kidneys filtering. Some people have a real hard time getting that door open, getting the kidneys filtering, getting the lymph moving. Moving lymph can be very difficult, especially if you've been toxic for a long time, acidic for a long time. You reach a cationic state, which is the lymph dries up and it becomes sort of sludgy. like a gravy. So yeah, moving lymph is not easy for some, and getting kidney filtration is not easy. So this is a tool. 2-3 day dry fast can kick them open. But as far as the extended fast, I don't get into that other than the high fruit. So okay. At least Forest Dancer, happy solstice to you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, happy summer and all that. Yeah, summer's going fast. I think we're already halfway through summer. It feels like it, man. Jeez. Um, okay. It seems from what I hear from both you and Dr. Morse, avocado slows down a detox. Yes, avocado will slow down a detox. It's very fatty, very dense. Your citruses are going to be the most astringent, the most alkalizing, and the most detoxifying. I'm doing Dr. Morse's kits, and on his personal diet program, they are listed under all 3 levels as appropriate to eat. I enjoy them with my salad, but I don't want to be slowing down my detox. Yeah, just limit them down. You know, it depends. You know, everybody has to go at different levels and speeds of detox, depending how you know how fast you need to go. Some people are on, you know, they're very sick and they need to go quick. So you wouldn't want to be using avocados in that respect. So it's a very individual thing. But you know, I have a video on how to do a deep detox using fruit, and it explains all this. It shows you where the fast detoxers are and where the slower ones are. So that'd be a good video for you to watch. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so Chris asks, what is your opinion on water intake? Well, you know, the thing, I don't drink a lot of water because, you know, when you're eating high fruit and you're eating raw fruits and veggies, there's a lot of water in it. So that's the good news. You know, when you cook food, it actually dehydrates the food. So you need to get the water from outside sources. So, and plus the water that is in the fruit is very, very accessible to the cells of the body. In other words, it goes in and it's absorbed in deeply into the body, into the cellular level very quickly. So you don't need a whole lot. You know, during the summer, you know, obviously if you're sweating a lot, if you're doing a lot of outdoor exercise, things like that, you'll need to take in more water. But I personally don't drink a lot of water. So just, you know, drink when you're thirsty. I think that's probably the best rule. And, you know, in fact, you know, you take a look at a grape, right? And, you know, this little grape is probably, I would imagine, that little grape is 90% water. So, you know, that's like a little water morsel right there, a little sip of water. So, oh, here we go. So good. Organic grapes at Trader Joe's for $3 a pound. We love Trader Joe's. Anyways, okay. Should I take vitamin D3 supplementation in a cold climate? Well, it's not so much the cold climate, it's the amount of sun you're getting on the skin. So if you have a room with some windows, you know, like call it a sunroom, you know, I think every house has some kind of a sunroom depending on the time of day. So, you know, get as much sun rays on your skin as possible. You know, some say 20 minutes a day is great. Get out in the sun as much as you can. You know, we don't like a supplementation. We don't like isolated vitamins, isolated chemistry. We like the whole foods. We like it. We like the foods that God or nature, whatever you want to call it, has designed in a broad sense of synergistic balance that scientists can't even come close to because there's so many things in there they don't even know about. So we like the whole foods. You know, we like the highest quality whole foods as possible, uncooked, unadulterated. You know, nature has put these foods designed for the body, for us, in the form it's designed to eat. You know, we didn't come with instruction manuals to say, oh yeah, you know, if you get a bunch of apples, you know, cut them up and make an apple pie, and that's how you eat it. No, you just pick an apple and eat it. It's very simple. You know, the complexity is handled by nature. If we keep it simple and we keep our ego self away from our choices as much as possible, we're going to do fine. You know, I always talk about, you know, trusting the guys in the white coats, trusting the scientists. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut, and you know, they were drinking Tang. I don't know if they still have Tang, but it's a powdered beverage that looks like orange juice. It's a bunch of fake vitamin C and all that. But you know, and space food sticks, which is a fake food, and all this kind of garbage that the scientists were saying they designed for the astronaut as ultimate nutrition. They were selling it to the public, and I fell into that trap. So, but now I'm back. I've redeemed myself, and I have much more respect for nature. I have much more respect for the plant kingdom in general. The plant kingdom is where the power is. It's unbelievable, the power in the plants. We get a lot of our, a lot of the medicines, pharmaceuticals are actually, plant constituents. And but I like, why do that? Why not just take the whole herb? Why not just have the whole plant? Why do we need to isolate everything out and all that? So it's much better. Holistic is much better in my view. Okay. Um, mm, 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 mm. All right. We got some more questions over on the live side, so I'm going to go to that. Okay. So yeah, raw for Steve is day 26. Let's root for Steve. He'll be back next week with that would be day 33, right? So uh, yeah. So good luck, Steve, on that. Okay. So high carb. High carb. All right. I'm just learning that I have a super sulfur toxicity. I know you have talked about it before. I am planning to get the GI broom. Wondering what else I can understand about this to help process it through. I was reading the comments on YouTube, which I may go to if the live side slows down. But I get just a stream of comments on YouTube, and I've gotten so many people lately that have wrote in to thank me for helping them finally get rid of candida. They say they've tried everything. This is the only thing that works. And the message is really simple. Take an herb, take an anti-parasitic herb like Dr. Morse's Parasite M. Pardon me. The Parasite M, and you move the lymph system. You got to get the sewer moving. Because if you don't have a free-flowing sewage system, the little critters hide, and you can never get them out. They'll just hide in the corners. So, get kidney filtration. Take the herbs to kill the parasites and get that lymph moving, okay, through a high fruit diet and through the herbs. Plenty of videos on my website, on the YouTube channel to show you how to do that. But kidney filtration is the key. Kicking the dirty lymph out through the urine is the key to the whole game, okay? And that's all done naturally with high fruit and with herbs, okay? And there's some tricks too. There's some physical tricks you can do. Just like rebounding and things like this, okay? Neurolymphatic massages, skin brushing, hot and cold showers, things like that. Okay, so move your lymph and take some herbs, and that candida will be gone, okay? And the reason why I say candida is you say super sulfur. Sulfur and candida go hand in hand, by the way. Sulfur is usually from the antibiotics, and then the candida, it makes the lymph system all gummy and sticky, and the candida just thrives in there. It loves it. It finds a nice little home in that thick, stagnant lymph. Okay? I hope that answers your question, high carb. LD Hamilton, hi, LaDonna. How long should a mono fast last with the herbs? How long should a mono fast last with the herbs? Well, so a mono fruit fast, this all depends on what you're going after. How deep are you digging? All right. So if you've got the big C, let's call it, you're going to have to do a 20 to 40 day grape and lemon fast, and hit it hard. No playing around. No fermented foods, no breads, no cheeses, none of that. Just you hit it hard with the grapes and some lemon juice, right? That's the top of the thing. If you got to really do some deep clean and in a hurry. Some people they'll do a mono fruit fast for a couple of days, just to kick things out and clear things out. It just all depends. It all depends on the levels you need to go and want to go to. So, Dr. Morse has a 14-week protocol. These are for people that really need to do some serious cleaning and really, have got some serious issues they need to take care of. So that's 14 weeks of herbs, a very rigid, expensive program, okay, combined with a high fruit diet and all the protocols. So yeah, LaDonna, it all depends on what you're trying to do, and everybody detoxes at a different level, and there could be many reasons for that. It could be karma, it could be how sick you are, how thick the lymph is, what you ate as a kid, what your mom ate, just your genetics, all kinds of things. So hit it hard, and you'll know. I mean, you'll know when it starts to really turn around. You start to really see the benefits. and you'll start enjoying the glories of Wellville, and you might reward yourself with a little bit of cheat food at that point, and back off a little bit, and have those extra helpings at the salad bar or whatever, or you might even have a little bit deeper of a cheat, as I've been known to do, and have paid heavily for those mistakes. But yeah, just dig as much as you need to. You know enough. You've been learning this. You know enough to know where the accelerator pedal and the brake pedal are. So drive the car. You know, drive the car to Wellville, and it's never a straight line. Never. There's a lot of twists and turns and bumps in the road, but navigate. If you fall off the road, if you get a flat tire and have to pull off the road for a little bit, no problem. Just do the best you can. All right. John Cornwall, there's something wrong with my computer display. Your chin appears fuzzy. That's very funny. It might be my little growth there. I don't know. That's very funny. Thanks, John. Ladonna liked that too. That's very funny. Avocados are very anti-worm. Oh, hi, Kelly's on. Hi, Kelly. Anti-worm. Kill tapeworms, ropeworm. Man, I did not know that. I did not know that. Very good. So they can be good for initial clean out of the big critters. Some people have to start with a small amount for this reason. Man, I didn't even know that. That's fantastic news. I've never taken Dr. Morse's Parasite G. I've done the Parasite M, which is wonderful. It's amazing. I did one bottle, and I had a wart on the back of my calf, and it went away. It's just amazing. And some skin tags just went away on one bottle. So yeah, we're full of funguses, and yeah, and I had some itchy things and all that. Just all went away. I think I'm gonna do another bottle just to keep going on that. I think Dr. Morse says to do 2 bottles of that. So, but if you have if you have the big C, you do Parasite M all the way through. There's a connection there. I'm not quite understanding the full connection between the parasites and the so-called cancers, but all the way through until you are completely free of that. Okay. It might be that the candida will still bond with the sulfur and still not have a free-flowing enough lymphatic system to really take care of some of these advanced cases. So, but Parasite M the whole way through. But for us, for the rest of us, yeah, just 1 or 2 bottles I think is good, and every year or so, why not? And Kelly adds, and also because her system is not used to processing the good fats. Okay, so very good. Very good. Tammy writes in, hi, Mark, I'm having a difficult time falling asleep. Using Fab 4 and GI Broom, trying to calm excessive itching. Itching is down, but can't fall asleep until 4 or 5 a.m. Any suggestions for me? Okay, Tammy, so let's start here. So falling asleep, the pineal gland is up in the head. It's in the center of the brain. It's an endocrine gland. And if that is clogged, and a lot of people, I see a lot of eyes, and people over like 35, 40 have got usually have a lot of buildup of I call it interstitial lymphatic constipation, ILC. There's a lot of ILC in their head. It's a lot of they got a clogged sewer system in the head. Okay, basically is what it is, because there's an intense connection with the transverse colon and the brain for some reason. Okay, a lot of people say it's from that's how we were developed. Everything kind of came off the transverse colon. So, and I think the brain was the first thing to come off or something. But there's a direct connection there. Dirty bowels, dirty head is pretty much what I'm trying to say. All right. So you want to clean out. You want to clean out the brain. You want to drain the lymph out of it. You can't drain it unless those bowels are clean. So you want to get on the GI Broom, which is great. You're on that. Fantastic. That is the best cleaner I have ever come across. Very powerful. Start slow. That'll kick your butt. Okay, so Fab 4, in case you don't know, that's Dr. Morse's beginner's kit. Okay, he's going to give you a kidney tincture. He's going to give you some lymphatic herbs. Okay, he's going to give you He's going to give you a endocrine formula, and I believe he's going to give you a stomach and bowels formula. Okay, so it's sort of trying to hit the four. All right, so kidneys, lymphatics, glands, and the stomach and bowels. Sort of a basic kit. All right, you're pumping up with the GI broom because you instinctively knew you got to clean your bowels. Okay, so the itching is probably parasites. So yeah, I would add some parasite M to that. Okay, and move the lymph, get the kidneys filtering, and go to my website. There's some things you can do to get the lymph draining out of the head. There's neurolymphatic points you can do, hot and cold showers. You can do some rebounding, things like that. Okay, and yeah, so move your lymph, drain the head, clean the bowels, and kill the critters, and you should get some sleep. Okay. Uh, Kelly, liver and gallbladder cleansing flushes can be really helpful in clearing candida. Yes, sulfur as well. As with the candida, sulfur can hide out and congest these organs as well. Yeah, at the beginning of a detox, I always recommend a good liver, gallbladder flush, and a good parasite kill. That's the basic starting point of any any real detox. Okay. All right. Uh, so. Sorry, can't help but chime in. Okay, so Kelly, high carb. Thank you, Mark and Kelly. You bet. Kelly, what's your formula were you saying you took one bottle of? That is the parasite M. That's for the microparasites, the funguses, the candidas, things like that. All right. And I haven't done the G, but I think most of us got worms. I eat a lot of avocados. If Kelly's correct, I probably don't have too bad of a worm problem. I did used to eat sushi though. And so yeah, I should probably do a couple bottles of the G too. Why not? Okay. So Tammy, thanks. Should I go harder on the GI broom? Well, I think his dose is 1 teaspoon. One time a day. I like to do it at night because that's when the body's in the cleansing mode. So like an hour after eating, usually I have a salad at night. If I've had something cooked, I'll give it 2 hours. If I've had like a baked potato or soup or something, give it 2 hours. Because you want to have a clean system for that GI broom to come in and really do some heavy pulling. The thing about the GI broom, which separates it from any other bowel cleanse, is that, or anyone that I know of, is that it goes in and it just doesn't push solids out, and say, oh, you're clean, you've had this great bowel flush. It will go into the bowel wall and it'll start pulling toxins out, and especially mucoid plaque. Mucoid plaque is a gunk. It's a thick sludge that's in there, and so it'll pull that out. So that's what's great about GI broom. It will clean interstitially, in other words, in between the cells in the bowel wall, where the acids hide out and do their damage, and really start destroying bowel tissues in some, which has been labeled irritable bowel syndrome and Crohn's disease and all kinds of great labels. But it's really just acidosis trapped in the bowels. And this is a big problem for Western standard American diet eaters because we eat a lot of processed food, and that stuff just sticks like glue to your bowels and can cause a lot of problems. It can trap the acids, trap parasites, and, and destroy. And you don't want to have to go in and have them take out a couple feet of bowels. Not a fun thing. Okay. So, all right. But yeah, go as hard as you can, I guess. Not too hard though. I can never do more than a teaspoon of that stuff. It just that stuff just makes me gag. It's nasty. I was even putting it in capsules. I've gotten a little better, but yeah, it is very powerful and very nasty. But you really, the benefits are amazing. One thing, if I do a cheat, right, eat something I'm not really, doesn't work with me, the GI broom will basically pull all that kind of, you don't have to suffer for a couple days with that. It'll pull it right out the next day. So that's what's great about it. It saves you from having to suffer from some of your bad choices. Because, one of the side effects of this is that when you get clean, when the body gets clean and you do cheat, not cheat, but you put in stuff that's not raw. It's not, It's not you know, a high water fruit or vegetable. You know, you can get hurt. It can really take you down. So it's good to know that the GI broom will pretty much flush all that stuff right out. At least that's been my experience. Tammy makes sure, Kelly answers that Tammy makes sure your bowels are moving. If they're not, sometimes herbs can stir up more than the bowels can move out. Enemas and colonics are helpful in that regard. Um, yeah, it's been my experience that GI broom will get the bowels moving. That's for sure. Almost too much. that it's very stimulating. Let's say. Okay. All right. High carb. Pardon me. When when taking Dr. Morse's herbs, how do you feel that they are working? Well, the GI broom you can feel right away. We just talked about that. You can feel the stomach and bowels right away. You can, you know, hopefully you can get kidney filtration fairly quickly. In other words, you know, you pee into a jar in the morning, a clear jar. You want to see cloudy urine, okay? You don't want to see clear urine. I don't care what color it is. You don't want to see crystal clear urine. You want to see cloudy urine. So you'll know the herbs are working when you start seeing clouds, okay? That's the big thing. You'll see blood pressures come up when taking adrenal herbs. In other words, that upper number, that systolic number starts creeping back up above, you know, 110, getting towards 120. That's a great way to test that. You'll have less anxieties, just all kinds of things, you know, depending on what you're going through. But there's subtle things you can notice for sure. You know, a lot of times we forget. You know, you know, look at your notes. Why did you get on the detox? Take some notes. Why am I on this detox? What are my symptoms? What am I going through? And then compare it. You know, you might a month later say, you know what, this really isn't doing that much. But you might look at your notes and go, oh my gosh, I have done incredible amount of work. I've checked off all these symptoms. They're no longer here. You know, the mind works in that way. It's kind of funny. You forget. You know, we don't like to remember suffering, so we just kind of put it out of our minds. So take notes, and you'll be surprised how many things you have actually gotten rid of, you know, in a month or two of detoxification. So another great for me. Okay. All right. So Tammy, thanks, Kelly. Bowels are in good shape. High carb. Would you recommend the Epsom salt, olive oil, grapefruit, liver, gallbladder, flesh? I am going to leave that question to Kelly. Kelly is the expert in the liver, gallbladder, flesh arena. And she posted on Facebook a grapefruit, liver, gallbladder, flesh, as a matter of fact. So, Kelly, if you would answer High Carb's question, I would really appreciate it. LaDonna, Parasite M. Yes, Parasite M. M as in Mark. Okay. Okay, so Kelly answers to High Carb. I'm doing a program to help people with liver gallbladder cleansing starting next week. Epsom salt is sulfur-based, so I no longer recommend it. The class is free for now. All right, Kelly, post the information on that class. How do we get to it? How do we sign up? That's very gracious of you, and I think I'm going to take it. I need to know more about this, so very good. So Tammy, I'm going to do the capsules. She's referring to the GI broom. A wise idea. Yeah. It's hard to get down. The GI broom is nasty, so in capsules it's much easier. Okay, good choice there. It's more expensive, but you know, as long as you're getting it down, that's the main thing for sure. Okay, hold on. Oh, we got a lot of questions coming here. I lost my way here. Okay, so Kelly says, I'll go over all the options so you can individualize it. Hi, Carb Kelly. How do I get more info? Kelly's going to post some stuff. Okay, so she's asking, message me your email address. I don't have all the tech stuff together for signing up. Kelly, if you would list your email address here, I'm going to repeat it on this YouTube real slowly because we're going to get, you know, over 1,000 viewers of this video. So I'll give them your email address where they can communicate with you directly for these valuable lessons. Okay, so post that in the timeline here in the chat line, and I will make sure that we get that to the people. Okay, Sarah, I feel so much better after I added lots of leafy green juices during my grape cleanse. I feel so much better after I had lots of leafy green juices during my grape cleanse. Well, tell us more about that. Did you do the grape cleanse? And you know, a lot of times you go into a grape cleanse and it'll kick your butt. You'll feel really terrible. You know, you'll stir up Hell's Kitchen there, and you'll go into the green juices. They'll slow it down a little bit. So yeah, you know, there's a lot to be said for slowing down a tough detox. You know, especially if you have time on your side. So let us know more about that. That could mean a lot of things. You know, some people, you know, they get on these grape fasts, and it's very energizing to them. It's very cleansing and all that. But then they come to the point where they're cleansed and they want to get back into more of a building stage. So that's fine too. It's very like Kelly just mentioned. It's very individual here. So let us know more about that. Okay, so why is it? So Sarah says again, why is it spreading up my healing? Speeding up. I think he meant to say. Also had some bipolar symptoms that are disappearing with the green juices too. Is there a connection? Wow. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Why is it speeding up my healing, you think? Well, tell us what's going on. So we know you have some bipolar symptoms, which in my view are adrenals, okay, for neurotransmitters, you know, serotonin and all those things, and also the the parathyroid for calcium. Calcium is very much tied to depression. So yeah, let me know. You may be really low on calcium, and you're getting a lot of calcium in the green juices. The kales are full of it. Pardon me. That could be a reason also. So let us know more about that, okay? All right, so let's see here. Okay, MK Tiny. Hi, I have problems to get filtration for a longer time. I use the kidney and pituitary glandulars a lot, but it seems to be stuck still. I'm very reactive to mold in buildings, and it makes me super sick. So, all right, so it sounds like you got a clogged lymph system that you're not getting moving. Okay, you're probably going to have to go on a really, really high mono fast, high grapes, you know, 100% grapes or 100% lemonade, you know, to really, you probably got some very thick stuff. You probably have candida and sulfur, so parasite M as well. You could have some adrenal glands that are down. If the adrenal glands are weak, they sit on top of the kidneys. They control that doorway. So weak adrenals, I mean, the door doesn't open, all right? You got an automatic door there, and there's no electricity going to it. So there you go. So that could, all those things could be problems. I would like to see a picture of your eyes, and I would like to have you fill out a health questionnaire, and we can kind of, you know, kind of look at things and cross correlate and see if we can help you get those kidneys open and that lymph unstuck. Because it's no fun, you know, it's no fun to be working hard and not getting this happening, because nothing happens in detoxification until the kidneys are open and flushing. Okay, you can be moving some lymph and pushing it up against those kidneys. It's not coming out. So I think we're going to call it kidney constipation. So yeah, your kidneys are constipated. So we need to get that going. Okay, so yeah, if you want to contact me offline, you know, go to my website MarkJamesGordon.com, and let's take a look. Let's take a look and see if we can help you. Okay, so Miriam, hi. Can you have thyroid thymus tonic during pregnancy? You know, I'm really careful to advise about that. You know, during pregnancy. You know, and I hate to say ask your doctor, because he's not going to know either. So, you know what? I'm going to research that, Miriam. I will have your answer next. You know, next time. If anybody has got a computer, I can't really go there right now. If you could go on to Dr. Morse's website and look under thyroid thymus tonic and see if there is a pregnancy warning on there, that's always a good clue. There probably is, I would imagine. So yeah, you got to be very, very careful. Okay. But yeah, if you want, Miriam, just go on to Dr. Morse's website and see what the precautions are on that, okay? Okay, so MK Tiny, what can I do? My adrenals seem to crash in the mold and I can't get out right now. Do you think detox will be wasted? Get dark circles here under the eyes and the glandulars seem to be wasted. So dark circles under the eyes, our kidneys are backed up, okay? Adrenals are crashed, okay? So we were suspecting that. And the mold is getting you. So yeah, yeah, man. You're gonna have to, yeah, you're gonna have to really, really get on a high mono fruit and try to get that locked in. You may have to do some dry fasting as well, 2-3 day dry fast to kick those kidneys open. All right. I didn't hear you mention. I'm not going to go back up, so I'll lose my place here. But I didn't hear you mention that you were on any of Dr. Morse's herbs. You know, you're going to need 2 kidneys, right? Pardon me. A tincture and a capsule of the kidneys. You're going to need 2 lymphatics. Okay, both a tincture and a capsule. All right, and you're going to need an adrenal formula as well, and you're going to need to work on those stomach and bowels. So, yeah, and do the parasite cleanse. So, yeah, I didn't hear you mention about any of the herbs. So, yeah, you got to hit this hard. You're backing up, and when you start seeing the black circles under the eyes, you know you're getting into like chronic kidney disease and things like this. You don't want to go there. Take care of it now, okay? And go to my site and let me help you because you want to take care of this, okay? All right. So Kelly, if you guys want to have a free lessons in the liver flush, liver gallbladder flush. It's KH, as in Kelly Hayford, KH, at kellyhayford.com. That's KELLY, Hayford, HAYFORD.com. KH at kellyhayford.com. So everybody sign up for that. That should be really great. Okay? Wonderful. Okay. All right. So OBI says, or OB or OBI? Hi, Mark. Are swollen lymph nodes a sign of no filtering by the kidneys? Is the lymphatic system backed up? Yes and yes. We'll go on juice. We'll go on juice fast to help alleviate the. Will going on a juice fast help alleviate the swollen lymph nodes? Yes. So yes, 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 yes. Okay. So the sewer system works like this. It's in between all your roughly 100 trillion cells. You got all these little rivers, all these little pathways. All right. And then those pathways lead to little lymph nodes, like your router, like your Wi-Fi router, or where all the cables go into, and they spread out. So it's like a hub. Okay, lymph nodes are just a hub for all these lymphatic vessels. That's where the lymph is processed. That's where it's alkalized. There's bacteria in those lymph nodes that help get the acids out of the lymphatic system, and also there's things in there to kill parasites, microbes, get rid of dead cells, bad cells, mutated cells, all kinds of things. So they're very, very important. If the lymph system's clogged, it can't get the toxins and acids to the lymph nodes. If the lymph nodes are clogged, they can't work, and they form a blockage point, so they can't get to the kidneys. So yes, 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 yes. So get on that juice fast, okay, and yeah, get on those herbs, and there's also some lymph node herbs as well to help that. Some very powerful ones, by the way. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. I'm gonna have another grape here. Kelly, she says I'll post in the comments when it's recorded as well. People can message me here on YouTube too. Kelly Amrit, A-M-R-I-T is my channel, and it has the mini liver gallbladder cleanse video on it that I posted on Facebook. Okay, great. All right. So Kelly's going to put in the comments section on this particular YouTube her information on that liver gallbladder flush. Okay. All right. So Miriam, thanks, Mark. Okay. Let us know what you find out, Miriam, about that about pregnancy and the thyroid tonic. Okay. So Kelly writes in, young living essential oils can be really helpful with the mold and multiple chemical sensitivities as well. You can diffuse them in the air to cut down on intake. I don't know much about essential oils myself. So you're saying that you can diffuse them into the air to cut down the mold that's in the air of your home. That's interesting. What kind of of essential oils kill the mold in the air, Kelly? Let us know. Obi, thanks, Mark. All right. Kelly, when you're cleaning out lymph, can you see it like white strings in your bowel movements? Yeah, some lymph will come out that way too, for sure. You know, the mucus that's actually in your GI tract will come out through the bowels. I had this a few years ago and always wondered if it was lymph or dreaded critters. It's more mucus, you know. The mucus comes in and it forms. It actually protects you from acids. So yeah, it's more mucus. It shows you got a toxic bowels there, and acidic bowels. It's just trying to. Body loves to protect you. The body's your friend and wants to wants to protect you from all these things. Okay. So Kelly is saying tea tree oil, many other kinds of essential oils, but have to be sure they. All right. So we'll get that hopefully. Okay, so Miriam did not find any notes on Dr. Morse's website, but I think some of the ingredients are not suitable for pregnancy. Yeah, you know, I was thinking on my website, if you look under, just look under herbs or pregnancy, I put up about a month ago. It lists all the herbs that are not suitable for pregnant women. I should have mentioned that when I first got your question. Sometimes I forget about these things. I have so much on my website, you guys. It's such a treasure trove. I've been building that up for a few years now, and it's all linkable. There's a whole great index. I mean, you know, you can go right to a lot of videos, which is just wonderful. So use that tool, and I love rawfigs.com, rawfigs.com. You can search out so many so many symptoms there and find a lot of great answers from the one and only Mr. Dr. Morse. So that's a wonderful, wonderful resource. Okay, as well as my site. Okay. All right. So yeah. So go on to my site, MarkJamesGordon.com, and you'll see a whole list. There's like 100 of them that are not suitable for pregnant women. Okay. MK Tiny. Hi, Kelly. There is a difference between the molds in the air, which are spores, toxins, and the gases. The gases make me sick here. There are no spores. It's called MVOC test. MVOC test. All right, so here's what I'm going to say about this, okay? All right. Some people, especially children, their immune systems, their lymph systems are so down, they got to live in a bubble. You call them the bubble boys, right? Until they can get that lymph system up, all right? They have to live in a bubble. So if you're walking into a room and you're getting sick, right, your lymph system is compromised, and you're, you can't take any extra toxicity or any extra molds or anything like that. So that means that you got to really clean that lymph. So if you're highly allergic, it's a sign that you really got to do some deep cleaning in the lymphatic system, okay? So so this is all good to minimize that, but the real problem is getting that lymphatic, that sewer system working again, okay, and get the kidneys filtering. These are just side effects of a backed up sewer. You can't handle any toxicity, any extras, okay? Okay, Kelly, their quality or can cause more problems. Young living is the best in my opinion, but can try others. Okay. MK Tiny, there seems to be a machine that kills in the air called the high-tech air solutions. High-tech air solutions. I feel really good out of the mold now. Used a lot of Dr. Morse's herbs. Sadly, it's stubborn. Yeah, until you really get the lymph moving and get the kidneys filtering, and really dig down and clean that lymph, and using the parasite M, it can get stubborn for sure, especially if you got the sulfur in the body. Check your eyes, see if you got a lot of orange in the eyes. If you do, keep on that GI broom, keep on that parasite M, and really, really clean. Could take a while. Okay, so Miriam, yes, you have a good website. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Georgina, hi Georgina. Hi Mark. What do you think about mineral springs baths with sulfur? I was thinking about that because I used to, man, I don't know if you guys ever remember Mammoth, but Mammoth Mountain had a hot spring, gigantic hot spring. It was so wonderful. I used to love it. It's organic sulfur, so it's not like you're taking it internally, but your skin does absorb. This is such a great question. This is such a great question, and this is definitely This is a Dr. Morse question. I'm going to write him actually. I'm going to write in on his answer question answer line. Okay. Let me make a note of that. That is a fantastic question. Yeah, you know, in fact, I've been avoiding these sulfur springs because of that very fact. So, yeah, and it's a great question. So let's avoid the sulfur springs until we get a definitive answer on that. Okay. I know that people they would go to the sulfur springs to alleviate arthritis and all that, but we also know that people would take MSM, which is sulfur, to alleviate the arthritis and get the blowback of a clogged lymph system. So I would suspect that the sulfur is not the greatest thing for you. Okay, I know there's mineral springs that have lithium in them and things like that. So that's a great question. I'm gonna find the answer to that. Okay, very good. Okay, Kelly. MK used to have severe MCS and candida mold issues. The young living oils are what help the most. They eat up everything but need to go slow. Help me the most to start to be clear, but yes, Mark is correct. Ultimately, you have to clear your symptom. You have to clean the sewer. The external world is a factor we all have to deal with, okay? And the body's completely designed to deal with that, but we've gunked up the system, so we have to we have to be careful, okay? And we have to really make sure that system is up, and we can do them both at the same time. A lot of people ask me, well, can I still treat symptoms while doing the detox? I know you don't believe in treatment. You believe in getting down to the curative level of these things. Yeah, but you can treat as as you're working on cleaning the lymph system. If you want to treat a few things, but knowing that is not the ultimate answer. See, this is what's backwards about the medical industry is they think that the treatment is everything, right? They don't look at the curative part or the causative part. They just look at the treatment part. So, we combine a little bit of both, but mostly we're in the curative part. We're mostly into moving the lymph and cleaning the sewer system and getting the acids out of the body, which destroy. All right? So that's super easy. We do that with fruit and herbs. All right? And live living food that we are designed to eat. That this beautiful planet is full of. If we play our cards right, it'll continue to do so. Okay, so let's see. Is sulfur really the issue? Or is it that your system is congested and weakened so you can't process it through? Well, the sulfur gunks you up, so it's a bit of both. Sulfur causes congestion, so it's a bit of both, yeah. All right. I got rid of my pollen allergy through detox, and many other things improved a lot. I had severe MCS, and it's mostly gone. This is MK Tiny, by the way, so I'm sure I did a lot of good. Maybe the parasite poisoned my parasites poison my lymph still too. Yeah, the parasites when they're in there, yeah, they're not. They kick out toxins, they kick out waste. They're not good. They're not good. They're acidic. We don't like them. Georgina, thanks, Mark. Saltwater bass for now. Very good. Very good. But no Epsom salts, right? Because Kelly says it contains sulfur. That's very good. Yeah, sea salt's wonderful. You can find sea salt pretty cheap at some places. I think Bed Bath & Beyond's got that Masada salt from the Dead Sea, which seems to be pretty neat. Kelly, fruit fasting is what also helped me the most with candida. That's what I'm getting a lot of. A lot of people writing in about the fruit. They used to fear it, and then when they went high fruit, the candida started going away, and they were kept away from it because they thought that fruit was feeding candida. So sad. The misconceptions. I only got on board with that a couple of years ago, so I highly recommend you get there as soon as you can. Yeah, I don't understand. The fear of fruit it's fake. I mean, it's like Jaws. When Jaws came out, you can get people to go in the water, even though there's 12 shark attacks a year, in the whole world. So I think it's overhyped. The fruit is the strongest. It's the best food. It's it's what we're supposed to eat. So But don't take my word for it. Don't take any of our word for it. Just do it yourself and see what happens, and watch that candida just clear out. It's wonderful. Let me see if I can. I'm going to jump over here and see. I was reading these comments. I mean, I was getting a lot of them. Um, uh, I want to try and find a couple comments on this candida. They were all over here. Uh, hold on here. Give me just a second. It's really good to hear people that have these great great successes. Um, oh, I wanted to. This is what I wanted to share with you guys just real quick. Oh, here it is right here. Raw vegan ginger. 1 week ago, wrote in and she watched the Kill Candida for Good video. Sometimes I do these Dr. Morse videos and I edit them down. I'll take the juicy parts and kind of make them shorter for people who don't have time to sit through the hour sessions with Dr. Morse, which are wonderful, but a lot of us don't have that time. Raw vegan ginger says about that Kill Candida. Truth, and it completely worked for me. I used to have tons of mucus in my body. Fruit works! Exclamation mark. Thank you for putting these wonderful videos together, Mark. You bet. And thanks for writing in. If you have successes, write in, guys. We need testimonials. This is real world stuff, and I appreciate anybody that has great successes or failures to write in and give us a basis. I'm going to collect all these. I am slowly collecting them now. So, for people that are on the fence, I mean, having real testimonials from real people, they can go and click on Raw Vegan Ginger's site and see her comments. And so this is just wonderful. This is a great question. Is it safe to eat fruit while nursing? Will the baby get enough nutrients? Fruit is super highly nutritious. The baby's going to thrive on fruit inside or outside of the womb. So, fruit is super nutritious, you guys. I know we look at it as a sweet fruit, sweet food, like a dessert. We don't take it seriously, but it is serious nutrition. Okay. Anyways, there's quite a few of these testimonials here on people that went high fruit and really kicked butt on the candida, which is wonderful to know. And anyways, there's a lot of comments here. I could spend another hour or two just answering all these comments here. But I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this short tonight, you guys. Okay. I'm going to answer. I'm going to just wrap up these questions. We're coming in on an hour here. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's get through these last questions. Okay. MK Tiny, I did a test. When I sleep outside, I feel so much better. Okay, so you probably got a lot of mold and junk floating around that house. I was in another city last week, and I felt really good. I'm thinking about moving to get into a safe bubble. Okay, good. That could be the carpets. Carpets, man, they can house a lot of just bad stuff in there. It all depends. Yeah, if you don't feel good in a place, don't live there, and clean the sewer so you can tolerate more. Okay, Kelly, all the candida cleansing protocols for years have been recommending no or little fruit. I know. They don't know. I was taking very expensive probiotics, herbs, etc. High fruit is what helped me the most. Finally, capital finally, yes. All you people struggling with candida, take note. All right. And it's only because the fruit gets the lymph moving. That's really what it is. All right. No more bloated tummy. Woohoo! All right. Hi, Carb. What are the symptoms you get from candida? There's tons of symptoms. There's candida.com. It'll list them all. I mean, any chronic fatigue, migraine. I mean, just goes on and on. Arthritis type symptoms. It's just horrible stuff. Fruit is misunderstood. It's so amazing how a monofruit meal just can feel the most satisfying. Yeah, it is kind of strange, isn't it? Well, that's how we're designed. I mean, we're out in the, 50,000 years ago out in the forest, man, we'd walk up to a tree and there'd be a ton of berries on there. We just gorge, and then we'd go and take a nice big nap and, wake up and go find another bush or tree. That's kind of how we're designed. We're not cavemen with clubs whacking woolly mammoths on the head or saber-toothed tigers like they'd like you to believe. We're not meat eaters. That's the good old Dairy Council, or the Cattlemen's Association, trying to get you to eat dead animals. Not that I'm passing judgment. I was a meat eater for many, many years, but when I realized we don't need it, we don't need to kill animals, and they're sentient, wonderful beings, most of them, we don't have to go there. So that's really great. It's great to get that download finally, and to have more compassion for these little creatures like Bitsy. Did you say hi, Bitsy? So yeah, Bitsy's come to know when I'm online, so she kind of lays low, which is really sweet. Ah, coconut is very anti-candida, antifungal, yes it is. Yes it is. Anti-parasite. Sarah, I feel stronger mentally and physically after I added leafy green juices to my grapes cleanse. It speeded up my healing. I'm also craving a variety of vegetables. Okay, all right. Yeah, do what the body wants. You may have reached very deep levels of detoxification, and good. Just don't mix the fruits and the veggies together. You know, a lot of people they'll do fruit until noon, 1 o'clock, and then they'll switch to the green drinks and then salads at night, and that works really well for a lot of people, including myself. But I'm so lazy. I hate cleaning that juicer. I hate cleaning the vegetable juicer. So, anyways, but that works for a lot of people. But the highest of the high, of course, is the mono fruit, 100% fruit, if you really need to do some healing. But that's a great, sounds like it's a great maintenance thing, and a great rebuilder of the body. And a lot of people, they crave a variety of vegetables. You might not be, your adrenals might be weak, and you're not metabolizing the minerals, utilizing the minerals properly. So that might be something to look at. Check your blood pressures. You want that upper number around 120. Okay. Hi, Mark. Can I send you my eye for examination? You bet. Just go to MarkJamesGordon.com, and you'll see links there on how to do that under consultations. Okay, that'd be great. I'd love to look at them. MK Tiny, great thing you do here, Mark. Thank you so much. You bet, MK. Absolutely. Eyes with an asterisk. Okay. Itsy Bitsy, bark to say hi to me. Give her a pet for me. Kelly says hi, Bitsy. All right. MK Tiny, I have another question. My father is sleepwalking all the time at night and gets up 3 to 5 times and is still dreaming. Reminds me of early Alzheimer's. Wow, I don't know about that. Let's get a picture of his eyes and see if Dad has got a bunch of lymph clogged up in his head. I bet you he does. I bet Dad needs to go in upper circulation and brain and nerve and clean those bowels out and get those kidneys filtering and get that lymph moving and get that sewer clean and get off of the cooked dead foods, the acid forming foods. And I bet your dad will start reversing this. All right. Don't know what's up there, but I guarantee you, take a look at his eyes, okay? Between 10 and 2 o'clock, right above the pupil. Look in that upper part of the eye. You see a lot of mucusy, brownish, grayish looking stuff, dull white type stuff. You see orange around the pupil. Chances are Dad's got to do a lot of work. So let's get him on the program. All right, check your own eyes out, you guys. Look for orange and look for that lymph. Look for that stagnant. You can see the mucus in the pupil. That's the great thing. Get a magnifying glass. Get in the mirror if you have to. Have someone actually get in a mirror so you can see it yourself. All right, and it's that easy. Then you got some work to do, and your eyes will change. There are many testimonials of people changing their eye color through detoxification. Fully Rock Christina, her eyes went from brown to blue. They're on their way there. So this is amazing stuff. And so, anyways. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And I got to a lot of questions. It's wonderful. And I look forward to seeing you guys, maybe not next week, because I may be going out of town. But Steve Factor is going to join me the week after next, okay? He's actually in Florida now. He's working with clients in their homes now, which is wonderful. He's actually cooking for them and helping guide them in their detox journey. These are for some of the tougher cases. So Steve is doing some wonderful work. He misses all of you and wants to be back here live as soon as possible. So anyways, keep up the good work, everybody. Spread the word. Spread the word about the fruits and detoxification and getting to Wellville. Okay? So thank you very much and have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.